สวัสดีครับ Good morning and thank you for joining us on Newsline. We're broadcasting live on NBT Radio Thailand FM 88 and on NBT World. Today is Sunday, October 26th and you're with me, Suraphan Lautharanarit. Welcome to today's segment of Thailand Moves Forward. The Prime Minister has ordered security-related agencies to step up their safety measures for both members of the public and tourists. Prime Minister General Prayut Chan-o-cha said that he had instructed all relevant agencies to strictly enforce the laws to ensure safety of the public and foreign tourists in the country. The Prime Minister's order came in light of the recent reports of the killing of overseas visitors while in Thailand. More volunteers should be recruited as the police and the military may not be able to thoroughly cover all areas, said the Prime Minister. Despite the restoration of stability and the enforcement of security measures across the country, General Prayut revealed that it appeared that there remain some flaws in the entire operation that call for more concerted efforts to bring peace of mind to everyone. The Rice Policy and Management Committee is launching a short-term mortgage program for rice farmers in some areas in an effort to reduce the amount of paddies entering the market and prevent the price from falling. Following a meeting of the Rice Policy and Management Committee chaired by Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha, Permanent Secretary for Commerce Chutima Bunyaprakhasorn revealed that the committee had approved the implementation of a paddy pledging program for farmers within the northern and northeastern regions. The objective is to absorb up to 2 million tons of paddies from the total supply being delivered to the market during the upcoming period. Under the program, the Bank for Agriculture and Agricultural Cooperatives, or BAAC, will pay participating farmers 90% of their grain's market value, or 11,700 baht a ton for sticky rice and 15,400 baht a ton for jasmine rice. Each household is allowed to receive no more than 300,000 baht and pledge no more than 20 tons of paddies. The interest, meanwhile, will be subsidized by the government. The pledging period will run for 4 months, from November 1st this year until February 28th next year. If any of the farmers do not redeem their pledged paddies by the deadline, the grains will be kept in the government stock and be put up for auction later on. The quality of the rice entered into the program will also be checked thoroughly by the BAAC before their acceptance. Mr. Surapong Nilapan, Executive Vice President of the Bank for Agriculture and Agricultural Cooperatives, or BAAC, revealed that the BAAC was satisfied with the distribution of the 1,000 baht per rai aid to low-income farmers. Since the package was launched on October 20th, around 200,000 out of the 3.4 million registered farmers have already received the money, while the rest are expected to get theirs by November. He also urged the farmers who have not yet received the subsidy to check their right by contacting the nearest agricultural extension office. If their right is confirmed, they can open bank accounts with the BAAC and wait for the money to be transferred into the accounts. The BAAC reiterated that the money would only be transferred to farmers who are eligible for the assistance. The Finance Ministry has ordered all relevant government agencies involved in disbursing payments to farmers in the administration's 1,000 baht per rice subsidy program to perform their duties transparently. Finance Minister Somai Phasi has gone down to Tha Wung district in Lopburi province to monitor the progress of the project. The total amount of money to be spent on this program is expected to top 40 billion baht and all the farmers are expected to receive their payments no later than November. More than 3.5 million households will benefit from this program. Relevant agencies have been urged to perform their duties with honesty and integrity, the finance minister said. According to the finance minister, he would also seek consultation from the Deputy Prime Minister for Economic Affairs regarding measures to help resolve the chronic problems of informal debt. Members of the private sector will be asked to provide debtors with nano-finance loans at low interest rates in order to bail them out of loan sharks' control. The National Anti-Corruption Commission, or NACC, has disclosed to the public the assets and liabilities of 5 former National Legislative Assembly, or NLA, members who resigned earlier from their posts in the NLA to become cabinet members. Those 5 members include Mr. Rachata Nawin, Mr. Akom Term Pithiya Phaisit, Ms. Gopkan Wathana Warangkoon, Mr. Narong Chai Akara Serani, and Mr. Surachet Chayawong. Tourism and Sports Minister Gopkan Wathana Warangkoon has been declared as the richest member among the 5, with 317 million baht of assets over liabilities, closely followed by Energy Minister Narong Chai Akara Serani, having 281 million baht in assets higher than liabilities. Public Health Minister Rachata Nawin reportedly has 139 million baht in assets without any liabilities at all, whereas Deputy Transport Minister Akom Term Pithiya Phaisit has 23 million baht of assets over liabilities. Lastly, Deputy Education Minister Surachet Chayawong has a total of 16 million baht of assets over liabilities. The Ministry of Justice indicated it will set up local centers in each and every sub-district in the country to facilitate the reduction of disparities. Justice Minister Phaiboon Kumchaya met with representatives from the Ministry of Interior to discuss inter-ministry collaboration in reducing disparities and facilitating justice for members of the public, in addition to the narcotics issue. He said after the meeting that the Justice Ministry will set up community justice centers that will help locals gain better access to the justice system. Each center will work collaboratively with the government's Damrong Tham Center and village committee in its locality. According to General Phaiboon, the Ministry of Justice aims to have all community justice centers up and running within 2017. Currently, there are about 80 of such centers. The Thailand International Sports Expo 2014 began with plans to strengthen the sports industry in Thailand and ASEAN. Minister of Tourism and Sports Gopkan Wathana Warangkoon presided over the opening of the Thailand International Sports Expo 2014 at the Challenger Hall 3 Impact Exhibition Center, Muang Thong Thani. The minister said that the event is an important stage for trade and networking promotion, as well as for establishing new business opportunities to celebrate the ASEAN Industry Year, which is another important driving force for Thai industries. This event is also a place for effective business negotiations that will strengthen the broader sports industry after the start of the ASEAN Economic Community next year, which conforms to the government's policy to open the commerce market to the ASEAN region, said the minister. The Thailand International Sports Expo 2014 is coming to an end today. Activities take place in the ASEAN Sports Pavilion with sports exhibitions from 10 ASEAN countries and stage entertainment, as well as skill performances in sports. The president of the Thai Garment Manufacturers Association, or TGMA, is confident that orders from its main markets will push exports to achieve 2% growth. The association is aiming to expand the manufacturing base in ASEAN countries while finding new markets. The TGMA's president, Thawon Kanok Waliwong, said that the export value in the first 8 months of 2014 totaled $1.95 billion, a 1% increase from the same period last year. It is expected that the export value over the entire year will be $2.9 to $3 billion, which will be a growth of 2%, due to orders from the main markets with high purchasing power, such as the United States and the European Union. For the launch of the ASEAN Economic Community in 2015, the TGMA is now seeking new export markets in Japan, India, Africa, Australia, and Russia, as well as extending its manufacturing base in ASEAN countries. 30 to 50 members of the TGMA are now starting to extend their manufacturing base into other ASEAN countries, especially Vietnam and Cambodia, said the TGMA's president. The president also said that the association has set its goal for 2015 at 3 to 5% growth in garment exports to reach an estimated value of $3 billion. Thai people and government officials have participated in the almsgiving ceremony to commemorate the first anniversary of the death of Thailand's late Supreme Patriarch at Sanam Luang. Officials from the Bangkok Metropolitan Administration, representatives from private and public sectors, as well as Thai people, offered alms to 200 monks, led by 10 dignitaries belonging to the Royal Chapter of Monks. The merit-making was held to commemorate the first-year anniversary of the death of His Holiness Somdet Prayana Sangwon. His Holiness was the 19th Supreme Patriarch of the Ratanakosin era. He became the leader of Thai monks in 1989. He was born on October 3, 1913, and passed away on October 24, 2013. The Irrigation Department indicated it will soon stop discharging water for agriculture through many of its irrigation canals, in accordance with the government's policy, which requests that farmers refrain from growing off-season rice. In Buriram, the water quantity at several reservoirs is at critical level. The reservoirs have seen little rainfall recently. Lam Nang Rong Dam, the province's largest reservoir, is holding just 76 million cubic meters, or just 63% of its capacity. Because there will likely not be enough water to feed the local irrigation system, officials from Lam Nang Rong Dam have asked farmers to reduce the cultivation area for off-season rice to 10,000 rai from the previous season's 24,000 rai. The Irrigation Department has announced it will cease irrigation water discharge on October 31st for many of its irrigation networks, such as the Nam Un Irrigation Project in Sakon Nakhon and the Manorom Irrigation Project in Chainat. And in today's segment of Now or Never, government spokesperson Dr. Yongyut Mayalap will talk about trade and investment cooperation between Thailand and Myanmar.
Welcome to Now or Never. During the official visit to the Republic of the Union of Myanmar, Prime Minister General Prayut Chan-o-cha had a meeting with President Thein Sein and discussed a wide range of issues relating to bilateral cooperation. On this occasion, President Thein Sein thanked the Prime Minister for considering Myanmar as the first destination of his official visit as the Prime Minister of Thailand and expressed his satisfaction in economic cooperation between the two countries. He thanked the people and government of Thailand for the donation of $1 million to Myanmar for Cyclone Nargis relief. After the meeting, Prime Minister General Prayut attended the handover ceremony of a blood donation bus to National Blood Donation Center of Myanmar and donated 3 million baht in aid for the repair of a kindergarten school in Pinmana under Thailand-Myanmar Friendship Project. The Prime Minister also witnessed a signing ceremony for 3 Memorandums of Understanding, or MOUs, which were 1. A MOU on establishment of sister cities between Chiang Mai Province and Chiang Tung of Myanmar. 2. A MOU on establishment of sister cities between Prachuap Khiri Khan Province and Marit. 3. A MOU on establishment of sister cities between Ranong Province and Koh Song, which were signed by the respective provincial governors of both Thailand and Myanmar. Later, during the meeting between the Prime Minister and Thai businessmen and investors at the Royal Thai Embassy in Yangon, General Prayut said that Thailand and Myanmar are considered ASEAN strategic partners on the basis of trust, equality and justice. Myanmar is Thailand's key ally and thus a significant destination for Thailand's trade and investment sector. Both countries share mutual benefits in various dimensions. The Prime Minister said that during the meeting with President Thein Sein, Thailand reaffirmed its intent to strengthen cooperation with Myanmar, both in the government, private and people-to-people sectors. Promoting economic opportunity for the Thai private sector is a key policy of the government. In addition, the government will push forward the Tawai Special Economic Zone project, which will range from the development of border trade and transport networks around major trade zones, development of a national single window system, and facilitation of cross-border trade and transport. This is to accommodate connectivity of production processes, production-based relocation to the border areas, and cross-border investment. Implementation of the first phase of the project will start by the end of this year. Prime Minister General Prayut also invited potential Thai investors to seek business opportunities in Myanmar, particularly in the joint development of border trade in order to expand the country's economic base. สวัสดีครับ
And that's the end of this edition of Thailand Moves Forward. Before we take a quick break, let's have a look at the exchange rates and commodity prices.
Even if we don't see them, they are amongst us. And they're hungry. Slay your power-sucking monsters. Take their power away. Did you know that the energy wasted by 80 million mobile phone chargers left plugged in at night is enough to power a city like Iloilo in the Philippines for one entire day? Think when you plug.
Welcome back to Newsline, and now it's time for the ASEAN and Beyond segment. A total of 21 Asian countries signed a Memorandum of Understanding in Beijing in an effort to speed up the establishment of the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, or AIIB. The memo of establishment specified the AIIB's objectives, key businesses, capital scale, and membership structure. According to the memo, the registered capital of the AIIB is $100 billion, while its subscribed capital must be no less than $50 billion. China will be the biggest shareholder of the bank, according to the memo. China has held a number of bilateral and multilateral talks with neighboring countries on the initiation of the AIIB. Countries involved have reached a consensus and worked out a plan to put the AIIB in operation by the end of 2015. Bankers said that the establishment of the bank will mitigate investment shortage issues facing some Asian countries who are in urgent need of improving their infrastructures. And now let's take a look at what's happening elsewhere in the world. 2 attacks in Egypt's Sinai Peninsula killed 33 security personnel, security sources said, in some of the worst anti-state violence since Islamist President Mohamed Morsi was overthrown last year. The violence prompted Egypt to declare a 3-month state of emergency in parts of North Sinai, where the violence took place, the state news agency reported. Emergency law is announced in the area specified to the east from the hill of Rafah through to the line of the international border until Al-Oga, and west from West Arish through the seacoast and until the international borders in Rafah, Egyptian news reported. The attacks are a setback for the government, which had managed over the past few months to make some progress in the struggle against an Islamist militant insurgency in the Sinai, as it focuses on trying to repair the economy. A student opened fire at his Washington State high school, killing 1 person, wounding at least 4 others, and spreading panic among students who scrambled across fields and parking lots for safety. All the victims of the shooting at Marysville Pilchuck High School were young people, and 3 were in critical condition with gunshot wounds to the head, said Joanne Roberts, chief of medicine at Providence Regional Medical Center in Everett. The commander of the Marysville Police Department, Rob Lamuro, said that the scene of the shooting was under control and investigators were on site. He also said that the shooter died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound after he killed 1 victim and wounded 4 others. 16 people were killed and 11 others were injured after a coal mine collapsed on Friday in northwest China's Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region, a local safety watchdog said on Saturday. The accident happened in the regional capital Urumqi late on Friday night when 33 workers were working underground. 6 of them managed to escape uninjured, according to the Xinjiang Administration of Coal Mine Safety. The injured workers have been hospitalized. The safety watchdog said the cause of the accident is being investigated. It was a birthday celebration at the San Diego Zoo on Saturday as the zoo celebrated the first birthday of their youngest ape, Aisha, a baby orangutan. Over the last year, Aisha has grown from an estimated 3 to 4 pounds at birth to an estimated 10 pounds today. She has also sprouted 12 teeth and has started eating solid foods, but most of her nutrition still comes from nursing. Orangutan babies grow slowly and are considered babies until they're 4 years old. They typically stay with their mother until they're about 7 years old, the longest childhood of the great apes. And that's the end of today's edition of Newsline. If you have any comments or suggestions, please feel free to email us at newsline.nbt@gmail.com. You can also find us on Facebook or check out our website at thainews.prd.go.th/newsinc. And today we're going to say goodbye with the exhibition on the Thailand Pavilion at the Universal Exhibition Milano 2015 in Italy, which is taking place for the last day today at Central Plaza, Lad Prao. I'm Surapalao Taranarit. Thank you for joining us and have a great day. สวัสดีครับ